I was delighted to be part of this project because it's quite close to my heart in terms of I'm half Nepalese and, you know, it's kind of based in the Himalayas as well. Just the idea of finding long lost family as well, I think speaks to me. Yeah, and it's kind of the first time I've done a big animation like this, so it was pretty cool to see it all come alive on screen and be able to voice one of the characters, so it's quite magical, even the process.
It started with a call from my agent saying, you know, have you ever heard of LAIKA? And I said, of course I've heard of LAIKA, they're just fantastic. And that's sincere, I really love all their films. And I was an animator in college, so animation means a lot to me. And so the fact that they thought to call me was very exciting.
It took a long time. I think over the last 15 years or so, I've been writing this on and off. And it was kind of based on all these movies and books that I loved when I was growing up. Indiana Jones, Sherlock Holmes, monster movies. It was kind of a mix of everything. It's about an explorer. He's not a very good explorer, but he travels the world trying to seek out mythical creatures. And he finds Bigfoot, and it turns out Bigfoot is lonely. And Bigfoot enlists this explorer to take him across the world on a quest to find his long-lost relatives, the Yetis. I think the theme of it is friendship. I think it says a lot about identity and how your identity is what you give yourself, not what other people give you. I think, hopefully, people come out having had a great time. I think of it as a kind of a roller coaster ride. It's exciting, it's funny, but I think it's also got something meaningful to say. I love it because it looks real. When you're a kid and you imagine your toys coming to life, that's what stop motion is. They're really coming to life.
The first thing I got most excited about was Chris Butler, the director, and LAIKA Studios, because I've done a few animated movies. My son's really into stop motion animation, and these guys do it for real, in camera. Like, it takes 4 years, every finger movement, every eye movement is done. My character's about this big in real life, and they manipulate it, and it takes hours and hours and years and years and years. And the beauty of that art is what really excited me. And then I just love the character. I mean, I'm a bit of an Indiana Jones freak. Like, that's... I was obsessed with, you know, Sasquatch as a kid, Bigfoot we used to call it, all of them, the Loch Ness Monster. There's not a kid who's not like, I know it's real. I know there's something out there. In Australia, we had a thing called drop bears. Drop bears are like crazy koalas that will drop down from a tree and kill you. Like, none of this is true. None of this is true. Come to Australia. No. So it's just something great fun about that, and I think Zach is so brilliant. That character of Missing Link is brilliant.
Oh, this is a no-brainer. I'm a fan of everything they've ever done. I love everything about this company, and so when I was just flattered and honored that they called. I mean, honestly, I don't know why they thought of me, but I'm happy they did. He's a little guy, bad teeth, bald. Honestly, I think it was just a cruel joke they were playing. I think they called me they were making fun of me. These kind of films are made with such care and such thought, and such a long process to go from the very beginning idea to when it actually appears on screen. They're so into every detail, they're so specific, and they're so thoughtful, and it shows in every frame.
It's pretty great. I mean, you work on these films for a long period of time in a tiny insular little bubble. We make these films in a warehouse in Portland, Oregon. And it takes us about 5 years to piece these things together in all their different forms. It's stop motion, it's made a frame at a time. So to finally be able to share it with the world is incredibly exciting. I'm so very proud of the film. I think it's a lovely movie, and I can't wait for people to see it. Yeah, so LAIKA is an animation studio based out of Oregon. This is our fifth film. We did Coraline, Paranorman, The Box Rolls, and Kubo and the Two Strings. This is our latest film, and it represents something of a departure from the things that we've done in the past, in the sense that it really is a light, airy, bright, beautiful, colorful, comedic adventure in a way that we haven't really done before, and I'm really excited about it. It's pretty great. You know, Chris was and is one of LAIKA's founding fathers. He was there right from the beginning, and so we've known each other for over 15 years. And it's kind of as if you took like one of those great Spielbergian swashbucklers, like Raiders of the Lost Ark, and you combined it with Laurel and Hardy and Mighty Joe Young. Essentially, it's a very, very odd combination of things, but it's a ton of fun. Great action adventure comedy.
I thought she was so beautiful. I also thought that she was really feisty and confident, but also like with a true sense of justice. Like everything about her felt like she was an element that Lionel and Susan needed, Mr. Link, they needed in the movie in order for that to become like a perfect trifecta, you know? Obviously, like I saw my mom, my grandma, my sisters in her. I wish I didn't see that much about myself in her, because now that I have 3 boys, I want to be the fun one, but I'm not. I'm more like an Adelina, and my husband is the fun one.